Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Siptah and welcome back to another video, folks. Today I'm once again in Conan Exiles and I'm going to show you another pet location. This time around we're going to be looking at the greater dogs. Now what's cool about this is that the dogs come in quite a few varieties, and by varieties I mean that they will have different names, so there's quite a few versions of the same pet. So let's have a look over here where you can find the first spot that you can find the pets. Now you'll find them wandering about in the wild, and you want to be looking around this area right here. I will spawn there. You will see that there is an NPC camp. Of course it is not going to have a name and it will not appear on the map, so you want to maybe put down a marker or something, but you'll find these creatures right here. So this would be the Playful Pup. Normally there's about 2 of them, and as you can see the NPCs are quite happy engaging with other things for the time being, so maybe it's just worth running in, grabbing the pups, getting out. And of course the NPCs will only chase you for a limited distance anyways. So this is what they look like. Notice the number. This is quite important. Now I was unlucky this time around to get 2 of the exact same, but normally there's I think about 8 or 9 of them or something like that you can get from this particular location. So I'm going to show you another location that you can find another Playful Pup, but before we do that, right here is the location you want to be. And of course notice that although I have discovered the camp, we don't have a marker on the map, so you want to put down a marker for this. So this is what it looks like from a zoomed out position. You can feel free to pause the video at any given time to help you find this location should you need to do so. But we're going to go on to the second location, and this one spawns Brutus. Of course it will come as a Playful Pup. Now this particular location is a bit weird in terms of how you get the pup, so I'm going to show you how to get to the location of the pup. It's actually quite well hidden, so you want to find yourself somewhere around this side of the structure. So I'll show you where I am at. We're looking for the spikes on the ground, and this is the camp right there that we're going to go into. I'm going to give you quite a few reference points to help you find your way around here, because it's actually quite a tiny hole in the ground, so it's it's very easy to kind of miss. So you want to look for these spikes. Now do bear in mind that there will be traps on the ground, and of course difficult to spot. Right there is a trap, and of course it's right in a bush, so keep that in mind. Of course I'm doing this with full admin command just so I can show you things to look out for. But then once you make your way in, we're gonna kind of go around the right. Again, keep your eyes peeled for traps on the ground. Those that I can obviously see I will show you. We're looking for these 2 towers. That means we're in the right location. We're going to stick to the right with the wall, and to our left we should have a campfire, or actually 2 campfires. There should also be NPCs, but I am of course in invisible mode to the NPCs, so they can't really see me. There's the campfire and the NPC. So right around here is where the hole is. Can you see it yet? No? Fine, I'll show you it in a bit. But notice that there are some more traps around the hole. There's like 3 traps. They look like large bird traps from Ark. We're gonna change out the gear so you guys can see better what's going on. So I'll put this on, and so this is what we're looking for. As you can see, there's 1, 2, and 3 right in front of us. 3 traps. So of course we're not dealing with the NPCs that would otherwise be aggroed onto us. So you want to make your way down this little hole. Careful not to kill yourself. I mean, sometimes me and ladders aren't really good friends, and I always get worried around ladders in games in general. Now down here of course you'll see an NPC, and to my right is the location of the pup. There's also some traps, and I'll show you those in a bit. But of course once you make your way down here, this NPC will aggro onto you. You saw the spikes right there to my right. Of course that is a trap, and if I can actually hit this lady, that would be nice. Now of course sometimes she will be just a normal NPC. Sometimes it can be a bit of a mini boss, so do come prepared. Also, maybe I suggest looking at the chest. You might find some goodies in here, and this one over here does have a couple of things that you can pick up, including this right here, which will help you with a temporary night vision if you need it. I mean, this is where I've got night vision on, so I can show you exactly what's going on. It can be quite dark down here. Now, right in front of the pup, there is a trap right there. We want to avoid that. And of course, once you pick it up, then you will have yourself a playful pup, and this will always and forever be Brutus as it currently stands. Okay, so once you have your playful pups, you will need an animal pen, and in terms of food, they like the exquisite meat, which is fairly easy to get. There's a total of 5 versions of the playful pup, and notice that each playful pup has a unique number attached to it, and of course, this is associated with what dog they will turn into. Each dog will have its own name, as you will see in a bit, so once you put the exquisite meat in the animal pen, put the pup in there and wait for them to turn into the adult version of that pup. Okay, we've got a couple of more to go, but notice that they tend to have different names, which is kind of cool. I like that whole idea. So I will show you them in a little bit. We're gonna make all of these pups into adults just so you guys can see what they look like in the inventory, of course, and then I'll show you them whilst they have been placed down. So yeah, there we go. I have placed them in the chronological order of their number in my inventory so you guys can follow what's going on. So same thing with the adults here, and that's pretty much it. Nothing too complicated with regards to these dogs. As you can see, they all have different names, and I kind of like that. I think that's pretty cool, and it's also nice that you can change their names later on when you place them down. Alright, here we are with all of the dogs placed down. So let's have a look at their stats. They are all level 1, and as far as I can tell, they have the exact same stats at that level. And as you can see, this is their starting health. This is what they prefer in terms of food. So let's have a look at Apollo. Apollo's stats are on screen right now. We're just going to quickly go through them because from what I've seen, they all have the exact same starting stats. We have Aries over here. I kind of like the name. It looks like a German Shepherd as well. Health wise, exact same thing. Now Brutus, I've shown you where to get Brutus from. He only spawns in one location as far as I can tell. And then we have this one right here. His name is Koji. Again, looks like a German Shepherd. Stats are the exact same. Of course, as you level them up, they have a chance of getting random stats and perks. So we've got Oscar right there that you saw. We've got Sigrid. I think this one looks a bit better. I like the colors on this one. And over here we have Thor. I'm not sure if this is meant to be Thor or what, but as you can see, they all have the exact same starting stats. I'm not sure if Brutus might have different perks as he levels up. He does spawn in a unique location and you can only find them there. Now, I like this whole idea with the dogs, but personally speaking, I think they could have done something a bit different here and maybe turned them into battle dogs. And what I mean by that is, I mean, we've got loads of pets, and yes, they're nice and beautiful and everything, but if you compare them to the thralls, they're lacking. They don't have an armor reduction. They don't have a possibility to increase their damage. So I would have probably turned them into battle dogs, in which probably give them some sort of armor that could reduce the amount of damage that they take and maybe somewhat increase the amount of damage that they do. I think they would be a lot cooler. And apart from the fact that they're dogs, and I personally love dogs, I don't really see a use for these unless, I mean, you're going to have to compare them with the thralls that you tame where you put armor and weapons on them and they become a lot better. I think the dogs deserve this special treatment because at the end of the day, they are man's best friend. But this is just my personal opinion. And of course, as it currently stands, to be honest, they don't really stand out compared to other pets that you can get in the game. And I think it would be nice to have some unique pets that can bear armors or weapons or something like that. Even if it's a choice between increased damage or increased armor, I think that still would be a nice thing to make pets be different and not just copies of each other, which is what I feel the game is right now as far as pets go. And of course that would also bring some pets, or pets generally speaking, up to par with the thralls. What do you guys think? Would you like to have armored pets in Conan Exiles? I know I personally would, and I kind of hope that somewhere down the line this becomes reality. With that being said and done, that is pretty much it for this video, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it and found it useful and informative. If you have, please don't forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. Also, for those interested, you can always find me on the Siptah Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description. And until next time, stay safe, folks.